So this is just this is like a layman's way of saying this, but I look at everything from that level, from the easiest, most simplest level, and that's the way I like to look at things for myself. So there's people with authority who say, maybe not what I'm going to say in the beginning, but as I start saying what I start saying, there's people who say the opposite, or say that that's not true, but it's not. It's 1000% true. So when we're micronutrient deficient, not like calorie deficient, but when we're deficient in our vitamins and our minerals, it shows on our skin, it shows on our face. We could get bags under our eyes, we can get black under our eyes, we can get, all these different things, they're tells, our skin changes, the tone in our skin, the color changes, everything changes. So that's all noticeable. The body's going to survive. The body's going to say, hey, that's not necessary for survival. We're not going to feed that part of the body what it needs. So, that's pretty obvious, and I think a lot of people know that. But, being, like every day, if the micronutrients that our bodies need are given to our bodies every single day, right? Our bodies starts realizing, hey, they're getting what they need, so the body feeds every part of your body what it needs, down to your fingernails, because all that stuff changes. Your nails change. When you're deficient, it takes from all those things, because you don't need fingernails to survive, So whenever you just going, okay, well, then I need to take vitamins and minerals. So let's say people supplement, or let's say people go, okay, well, I'm going to add these vegetables or whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm going to keep my same diet, but I'm going to add enough micronutrients because I want to give myself the micronutrients that I need. That's not the same. That doesn't, and this is where there's people who will just say like that it's all the same, like there's people who with authority, who say stuff like, calories, these are calories in, calories out, stuff like that, man. And none of that stuff is true. So this isn't true either. It's not the same if you're eating processed foods and then you just add in all the micronutrients that you need through pills or even through vegetables. Like fruits. Let's say I add fruits and vegetables, but I still eat these junk foods. It's not the same as if you take all those processed foods, and I'm talking bread, I'm talking good bread, like whole grain bread, I'm talking good stuff like that people think is good. That's still toxic in our body. And then, see, there's people who will say that's not true, but it is true. They won't try it. They won't do it. I don't know why they don't, it doesn't make sense to me, man. Our bodies want unprocessed foods. So if you look at it like everything that's processed is toxic. And we're talking stuff that we might think is healthy, like good bread. Just as an example, not going with like cookies and cakes and stuff like that, but like a good bread. It's processed. If we view that as that's toxic, and we view that as that is disrupting, and it is disrupting, and it's making our bodies work harder to process and to digest and to digest that food and find the nutrition in it and spread it out to the rest of our body. That's making it harder. So there is a big difference, and it disrupts the absorption of the micronutrients. And I don't care what anybody, there could be doctors that would say it doesn't. It does. It does. It does, because I don't know why people say that. I mean, they're going off of just like numbers and stuff. Like those are the same types of people probably that say, there's people that say that we all have the same metabolism and it's all about calories. Like there's people that get fat because they eat more calories. No. There's metabolisms that are all messed up all over the place. And there are people with fast metabolisms, and there's people that say that that's not possible. Like there's people that everybody knows that's 150 pounds and is in bottomless pit, right? And they could eat crap. Everybody has known people like that. But then the people who are the authority will say, now, you just don't watch what they eat. They really don't eat that much, or they really don't eat that many calories, or they binge, or they make a reason for why they are like that. But I'm telling you, there's people who can never gain a pound, never put on fat, and they can eat 6,000 calories a day. Now, at some point, they're going to change their metabolism, but there is a fast metabolism and a slow metabolism. And there's everything in between, and it's proof by the world, and I've had fast metabolisms and I've had slow metabolisms, and I did it to myself, giving myself a slow metabolism. I did it to myself, so I know for a fact, just by personal experience, that's true. When people say there's that it's all about calories. And that's not about that either, because what kind of calories? Eat 4,000 calories from coconut oil. Drink coconut oil, 4,000 calories a day, and then eat 4,000 calories from apples a day. And, I mean, neither of them are good, but what are you going to live longer on? I don't know. Probably the fat. No, you won't. You won't live better. You won't live better. But initially, I mean, you're health-wise, the apples are going to be better in the long run. Maybe initially the fat will make you fat, and then you're going to hold on to more fat. You know what I mean? I know there's some people might say that. But still, you know what I'm saying, right? After a little while, it's gonna you're going to have a different. You're going to be more energetic and more. Let's just say a lot of fruits. That way you're not just saying one fruit. That way you get, because I don't think anyone can eat 4,000 calories with apples, But you know what I'm saying, right? If you ate nothing but food with fat, even if you ate just meat, take away like the coconut oil, but just like meat, fatty meat versus fruit, you're going to do better with the fruit. You're going to be deficient once you start with both of them, but you're gonna be more active with the fruit in the long term. There might be a short-term thing where you're all right, but that's not the point of this anyways. The point is the processed foods get in the way of absorbing the micronutrients that we might be eating with good foods, unprocessed foods. And if you look at it like that, it's simple, but let's say you eat processed foods with every meal. Well, you're disrupting the good. Most people eat mostly processed foods, but if you eat a little bit, like you're trying to go, hey, I'm trying to add more fruits and vegetables in my life, but you're still eating processed foods. Well, those processed foods are getting in the way of absorbing the nutrition that those fruits and vegetables provide. Now, if someone were to take all processed foods, right, and let's say they were to figure it out and go, okay, I need this for their micronutrients. I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that every day. So I'm going to eat this and eat that, and then they figure it out to where they get everything they need micronutrient-wise through processed foods. And they eat certain things because it has more of whatever in it. And then they go on top of it, I'm going to take multivitamin for anything that I may have missed. That is not going to be as good as taking in fruits and vegetables in abundance and no processed foods. It's not going to be anywhere near the same. It's not. And for the people who are just like, this is not what, it's about getting this in and getting this in and getting this in, and it's about that. It's not all sources are equal. Not all sources are equal. And this is for the micronutrients. Not all, you can get micronutrients in processed foods. It's not going to be as equal as it is in unprocessed foods. So, just something to think about, and that's how I view it. That's exactly how I view it. And it's simple, and it's just, but it's, if I eat something that's processed, I'm basically telling myself, that, okay, I'm ruining, I'm kind of disrupting my absorption of what else I'm eating. That's the way I do it. So just passing that along. Anyways, you have yourself a wonderful day.